So steep fuel increases are coming into effect at midnight. It's R1.08 and a little more for certain grades of petrol, and it's just under R2 extra a litre for diesel, R2.50 extra a kilo for gas. Let's speak now to eNCA senior reporter Aviwe Mtila, who's at a petrol station here in Johannesburg, and I know exactly the one you're at. It's one of the very plush upmarket ones that you can get really good coffee at. I think it's called the Pantry. Yes, it is. Aviwe, what are consumers saying? What are motorists saying? Because let's face it, this is the second increase. We had an increase in September, and we've got another one now. So it's pretty harsh.
And a steep increase at that, Sally. It's one of my favorite coffee places, the Pantry. But the indication, of course, is by the cars that are already trickling in here ahead of that increase that's expected in the night. But you do know, of course, Sally, this is at the backdrop of the highest year-on-year inflation that we saw back in March, 13%, which we haven't seen since 2009. What's it like, the cost of living for South Africans? Let's find out from some of the motorists at the Pantry. So thank you for joining us at eNCA. Let me first get your comments just on the steep increase that will be happening this evening.
Evening. It's a great concern for us. It's devastating. But actually, us as consumers, there's nothing that we currently can do. So we just have to adjust and do better financial planning.
And we're hearing steep inflation when it comes to food. Cost of living is increasing itself. Are you maybe planning to alter your finances in any way, maybe tighten the belt in certain aspects?
Yeah, you don't have a choice. You have to do it. You must get rid of the nice to haves and adjust to the current lifestyle. I mean, some of us can still afford, but the poorest of the poor are suffering, so it's not good for them.
Okay, thank you very much. So the poorest of the poor are suffering. In fact, there was one gentleman that was stuck on the side of the road. I'm just looking for that particular gentleman. It seems to have escaped my gaze at the moment, but his car is actually stuck on the side of the road. He's out of petrol. So obviously, he's definitely feeling the petrol increases that we've seen even in September, and only unimaginable what this latest steep increase will do for him. We know the prices now will be just under 25 Rand for unleaded 95, but it will be much steeper, well, depending whether it's coastal or inland. So definitely that increase is felt on the ground, Sally.
Yeah, absolutely. And also the increase in the price of diesel for diesel vehicles, it's just under R2 a litre. But we know that the farming and agriculture industry uses diesel a lot. So this looks worryingly like it's going to push up potentially food prices as the knock-on effect kicks in.
Definitely worrying. In fact, I've got a lady here, which I actually spoke to a bit earlier on. Let me get her sentiments just on maybe the increase that we're expecting this night. How is it going to impact your finances at home?
Well, when the petrol price goes up, it affects everything. So, yeah, we just have to deal. We kind of give up at the moment.
Any plans maybe to tighten the belt here and there, any certain aspect?
No, definitely. We'll have to be watching our spend even more, I think, now. And then expect for the next hike, I guess. It's getting to the end of the year, so I don't know. I expect another one. Call me a pessimist.
I was about to ask, do you see maybe any relief coming in? Now you're already suggesting that you're expecting things to worsen.
Yep. I mean, it's bad decision after bad decision by our government. I really don't think that the petrol price should be going up. Done a few calculations myself. So yeah, I think it's a big scam just to get more money out of us.
A big scam to get more money of us. Certainly feeling it, Sally. And the scary thing is that at these levels and with these increases, we're nearing that all-time high of just over 26 Rand for petrol back in July 2022. It seems like now, of course, we're fast catching up to that all-time high as this petrol prices and diesel prices continue to soar. Diesel, alarmingly, nearly R2 per litre, the increase that we're expecting.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for giving us the view from people queuing to fill up this evening at a petrol station here in Johannesburg. Those increases, of course, kicking in at midnight.